Found. This meeting is called to order in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act. Notice of this meeting was provided to the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger, and the Highland Park Planet on January 7, 2026, and was posted on Borough Hall website at www.hbborough.com and on the bulletin board at Highland Park, 221 South Fifth Avenue, Highland Park, New Jersey, and has remained continuously posted as required by law. Fire exits are to my right and left of council chambers. Harry, can you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Foster,
Yes.
Councilmember George,
Here.
Councilmember Hale,
Here.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Here.
Council President Kim Cho-Han. Here. Councilmember Pistonik,
Here.
Councilmember Vargas.
Here.
Borough Attorney Renaud.
Here.
Borough Administrator Hofer.
Here.
Honors, awards, and presentation. In recognition for leadership, the Mayor Teen Advisory Council by Highland Park Community Food Pantry. They are being honored for the awesome work that they have been doing. So at this time, I'm going to have you come up and we're going to have the presentation to the members of the Teen Council that is here.
Yes, please come.
And then we're going to take a picture.
Where's the best place to speak?
Right there.
Over here?
Microphone.
You can use the mic.
Yes. Yeah. And more members are coming in as we speak. Come on down. Come on down. You came right in time.
Yes. I want to say I'm Lynn Platt. I'm the committee chair of the food pantry, and with me is Muffin Lord, who is, she might as well be, she's my right hand simply with everything. We didn't know a thing about the teen council before this year. We didn't know that it existed, and we learned a lot in the year from you people. And I want to say thank you to the mayor and the council for doing what you do with the young people in this town. They're learning to think for themselves, to come up with creative ideas, to follow through on them. They turned out to be an incredibly reliable group of young people who were more creative than we've been in some ways.
Why don't we do it this way?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things they did was really get the word out in the school to us Muffin and I were interviewed for the Fling, and there was a lovely article in the Fling right before the holidays, right?
Yeah.
Which was a way of advertising what we do in this year when it has become more and more imperative that we deal with this problem of food insecurity. So also to have young people aware of it and aware that some of their peers are struggling with this and the peers' families, and to do something about it. Even a bake sale at Global Grace, which, you know, I had to go out, buy some baked goods, which were delicious, but we've never done that. So I just wanted to say, this was an extraordinary year for us. And it wasn't just the funds that were donated, which were significant and really hard work that he put in to raise that money for us, but it was much more than that. It was really the awareness. And now I hear from Harry that next year we're going to have your help again. Thrilled to hear that. So thank you, really, from my heart, for all of this.
The version is not going to be too much different from what Lynn said, except that we've now got 6 or 7. I'm the what's called the shelving team, the captain of the shelving team, and that.
And what's your name?
Oh, sorry. My name's Muffin Lord, and I'm the captain of the shelving team of the food pantry, and that means I'm the person who oversees having all the food that we receive from the various places we get put away appropriately so that when people come for distributions, they can see all the soup and all the peanut butter and so on. And we've now got 6 or 7 of you guys, including some of you actual people, coming and helping us with shelving. And that's, first of all, it's because they're young and much younger than many of us, and that makes a big difference. And they can lift things. But they also bring life to it, and it means that they're seeing something about this community that's different from what they maybe haven't seen before. And that's what's really important. Thank you.
I don't know where, Arden, I don't know where you'll find a place for this, but it's just a small way to say that we're appreciative. Really.
Thank you.
And we'll continue to be.
We're very appreciative of the work you do all day for people in Highland Park. So thank you very much. For
Okay.
this.
It's a mutual admiration society.
Want to get a picture with all of you, so get you all together and we get a picture. But I also want to say that when I met with you, when I met with the teen council, you guys wanted an idea of what it is that you wanted, that where the biggest needs were, where you would make an impact. And we talked about food insecurity and how that's really important to us. And you guys took this with great vigor, and you took it very seriously, and you went out and you made all these wonderful things happen. We collectively can't say enough for the work that you have done. You're going to make wonderful people going out into this vast world. You're going to contribute a lot and continue to shine. Thank you.
You want to line up like this, or?
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Here, just
Come together closer, go this way, so we get our locust bonus.
We're gonna go over there.
We get our Highland Park devil.
Can we get in the picture? Sure, please. Can we get the
Maybe
council behind?
maybe we can get some of these chairs moved out of the way so we can like.
Tell me what you want me to do, man.
Maybe we can slide.
Yeah, I'm gonna, why don't I?
Yeah. This way, so then more people can fit. Yeah. Look at this production.
All right.
Okay.
I like this. Stephanie,
Can you see
might be
everybody?
disappearing. Stephanie, if you could go beyond that. That looks uncomfortable. What if I did this? You disappeared too.
Can you see?
There we go. Mayor, are you getting it?
No, you're good.
Give me a second. Norma, you're.
Norma, stand on your
Okay.
ten toes for, use the ankle strength.
Looks good on
Okay,
video.
I think I get everybody.
Yeah, you should come in the photo.
No.
Yes, yeah.
Harry should be in the photo. Harry. Harry has brought in many meals and many great ideas into this team.
All right, everybody, say cheese.
Cheese.
Wonderful. All
The
right.
reason, part of why they're so successful is that Harry bringing us food. Thank you all. Have a wonderful summer.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you.
See you in September. And now we have another proclamation and.
Oh, hello.
And now we have another proclamation that's going to be presented to Spencer Rockman, and Councilmember Hale will read that proclamation.
Before I read the proclamation, we're going to present this to Spencer at a later date, but we're going to read it today to put it on record. And I just wanted to say how happy the whole council is. I think Spencer has coached all of the kids that we have on among the council and the so it's a great institution. So here's the proclamation and recognition of Spencer Rockman, June 23rd, 2026. Whereas the governing body of the Borough of Highland Park is deeply grateful to residents and community leaders who share their specialized skills and talents to enrich the lives of our youth, fostering growth, discipline, and community spirit. Whereas for over 5 decades, Spencer Rockman has served as a pioneer of soccer in the United States, leaving an indelible mark on the sport through his innovative approach to coaching and his unwavering dedication to community outreach, both here in Highland Park and throughout the state of New Jersey. Whereas Spencer is the founder of Rovers International Soccer and a distinguished member of the New Jersey Youth Soccer Hall of Fame and the New Jersey Soccer Coaches Hall of Fame, his unique skills and values curriculum, which emphasizes cooperation, respect, kindness, and resilience, has been a cornerstone of his work, positively impacting countless young athletes, regardless of their skill. Love. And whereas over the past 53 years, Spencer conducted over 34,000 customized soccer events on 3 continents, inspiring tens of thousands of people in the joys of soccer. Served as a staff coach for the New Jersey Youth Soccer Association Coaching School from 1975 to 2019, and was honored as the Greater Middlesex Conference Distinguished High School Coach of the Year in 2026. Whereas through his extensive partnership with the Highland Park Recreation Department and our local schools, Spencer has provided inclusive, high-quality soccer clinics and programs, ensuring that the next generation of residents has the opportunity to thrive, learn, and build lasting friendships. Whereas under Spencer's direction, the youth soccer programs offered through our local institution has become a vital part of Highland Park's athletic landscape, fostering a love for the game that unites our families and brings neighbors together. And whereas the state of New Jersey proudly hosts the 2026 World Cup this summer, highlighting the global importance of the beautiful game, Spencer's long-standing commitment to building a vibrant local soccer culture provides the perfect foundation for his community to engage with and celebrate this historic international event. And now, therefore, Elsie Foster, Mayor of Highland Park, do hereby thank Spencer Rockman on behalf of the governing body for his extraordinary service to our youth and his vital role in shaping our community's athletic spirit over the past decades. We celebrate his contributions to the sport as we welcome the excitement of the World Cup to our region, and will present this proclamation publicly at our World Cup Community Watch Party on June 28, 2026. We look forward to this day and to his continued positive impact on our community for many years to come.
Yeah. And now we hop into council reports. Councilmember Vargas.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. My name is Norma Vargas, and I serve as a council liaison for arts and recreation. Tonight, I just have 2 reminders about some coming up events. This Thursday, June 25th at 6:30 p.m., the Historical Commission will be holding its Community History Open Mic. It's titled A Fireside Chat with the Highland Park Police Department. It will feature a conversation with Fire Chief Norman Shami and retired firefighter Carl Marchik. Please come by and join us. It will be again at the library, at the Highland Park Library. And we're going to be sharing stories, memories, and experiences related to the fire department, and any significant events that have impacted our community. At that time, community members will, once we have the conversation with the fire chief and Mr. Marchik, we will be inviting members of the community to come up and share their stories. So please join us. Also, the fireworks in the park is coming up on Thursday, July 2nd. The rain date will be Sunday, July 5th, but there's not going to be any rain. Usually people pray for rain, but not this time. We're going to be praying for dry, please. The festival begins at 6 p.m. and the fireworks start at 9:15 p.m. So please come down to the park and join us. There's going to be a lot of activities, food vendors, and your friends and family. So come join us. And that is my report for tonight.
Thank you. Councilmember Hale.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm Matt Hale, and I chair Economic Development. I wanted to, first of all, welcome Detective Soden back from Quantico. He went down for some training, and so I'm glad to see that the first thing you do when you get back is show up to council meeting. So thank you very much. Okay, so on tonight's agenda, we're introducing an ordinance that is authorizing payment for bonding for the Third Avenue Plaza, which is really, really exciting. There's a public hearing that we're going to schedule for July 7th. So just make note, this is a great development in our pathway towards the Third Avenue Plaza. So with that, I thought I would take a little bit of time to talk about some fun facts about national anthems. Did you know that the South Korean national anthem is an ode to the natural beauty of the country? It mentions pine trees, the highest mountain on the peninsula, and a vast cloudless sky. It really shows that they care about the natural environment. If you've ever been to a hockey game, I'm sure you know the opening line to the Canadian national anthem, "O Canada." But did you know that it actually has both a French and an English version? And in 2018, the Canadian government officially changed some of the lyrics to make them less paternalistic and more gender neutral. Because Switzerland never wants to be outdone by Canada, the fun fact about their national anthem is that there are actually 4 official languages in Switzerland: German, French, Italian, and Romansh. And its deeply religious national anthem has verses in each language. How's that for diversity? So you might be wondering, why the heck am I talking about national anthems? It's a really good question. The reason for this little learning session is because it looks like 2 of those 3 teams are going to be playing each other in the round of 32 for the World Cup on June 28th at 3 p.m. And everybody can come to the farmers market and see them and hear those fantastic national anthems on our massive screen TVs. We don't actually know right now which of these 3 teams are going to make it. It depends on what happens in the Switzerland versus Canada match tomorrow. But we do know that we're having the community watch party. Starts at 2 p.m., goes till the game is over. Bring your lawn chairs, stop at a local restaurant to get some great takeout. Bring the kids for some fun games, and it's going to be awesome. But that's not it. Can you think of another community that loves the environment, shows a deep commitment to gender equality, and cherishes diversity?
Highland Park.
I think that's Highland Park. So it's clearly a sign that this event was meant to be. So as a reminder, June 28th, starting at 2, games at 3. We'll do another one for the finals on July 19th, and you never know, America's looking pretty good. We'll have to figure out some other anthems for that though. And that's my report.
That's pretty good. Councilmember Hirsch.
Thank you, Mayor. Thanks, Matt, for always being entertaining. I wanted to echo the congratulations to Lieutenant Soden, everybody's favorite lieutenant. I have many favorite lieutenants.
And I called him detective. I apologize.
Who graduated from the FBI National Academy after an 11-week ordeal, which took you away from your family. So thank you for your commitment to Highland Park and your profession, and making sure that Highland Parkers stay safe, particularly with this additional training. So we really thank you for taking that time. It's a significant time away. So thank you. I wanted to just, I have a few things to say, and less like specific news, but I did just want to mention our trees again. I wanted to thank Terry Hobert and our Shade Tree Advisory Committee and our whole tree team as we continue to bask in the glory of planting over 100 trees. But now the follow-up work takes place. We brought in a tree watering contract last meeting, and SAC is out there assessing the health of the newly planted trees. We do expect, there is a die rate for some of the new trees, so that's anticipated. If you see something, tell us, say something. So SAC is busy also looking at trees that are not so healthy right now. And if you do have concerns or issues with trees that may be dying or looking like they are coming to the end of their life cycle, please let us know. We really have an aggressive tree planting campaign to replace those trees as they age out. Highland Park is one of the few community-driven towns when it comes to tree planting and urban forestry, and I just feel it's important to state that out loud. Other towns tie tree planting to redevelopment or other just kind of administrative actions. But how we function here in Highland Park is that we do have that professionalized component of our tree planting strategy. But the Shade Tree Advisory Committee, which needs volunteers, so if you love trees and you want to celebrate trees and improve our tree canopy, this is an opportunity for you to really give back in a meaningful way. And when I say meaningful, we talk about generations. They say the best time to plant a tree was yesterday. The next best day to plant a tree is today. And so through the borough's Shade Tree Advisory Committee, residents can request street trees, volunteer in planting efforts, help care for newly planted trees, and improve shade, walkability, stormwater management, and air quality. I did just want to mention that my name is Matthew Hirsch, and I chair the Public Works and Public Utilities Committee. And this is why I'm talking about these things, because these things fall under this portfolio. So compared with nearby towns, Highland Park's feels especially grassroots and people-centered, and that's really important. Princeton may operate one of the state's most advanced professional canopy programs. Metuchen has a long-established forestry structure, but Highland Park has built a uniquely engaged community culture around protecting and expanding the street canopy. In a compact, walkable borough like ours, every new tree makes a difference, helping create greener streets, cooler neighborhoods, and a healthier environment for future generations. And speaking of environment, the Environmental Center is a lovely place to go visit. Please check out on River Road and also the newly rededicated Mary Denver Native Plant Sanctuary. Many thanks to Andy Warren and the Native Plant Sanctuary crew, Sustainable Highland Park, and STAC, who are all in the mix down there. It's a really lovely tribute to Mary, who was a wonderful neighbor, a longtime public servant, who served on the Human Relations Commission and other boards and commissions, and stewarded the Native Plant Sanctuary and made sure that it was a peaceful place for reflection and community enjoyment. So check it out. It's really beautiful. And speaking of the Environmental Center, I just wanted to thank Terry Hobert and Mike Rosorkowitz and the DPW team for working diligently to get to update the air conditioning in the Environmental Center. As you might remember, the borough leases the Environmental Center to Raíces Cultural Center, which is phenomenal because they can be stewards of those grounds that had really kind of fallen. There weren't a lot of eyes and ears on that property, particularly during the pandemic. So now that we have an occupant who really does amazing community work there, cultural programming, dance, music, and more, it's been really great to kind of retrofit this small but jewel of a facility into something that can really host community events. So we're really excited about that. I believe that they wrapped up that work yesterday, just in time for the summer. And happy summer, by the way. Sustainable, just a couple meeting coming up tomorrow. Sustainable Highland Park. Join us for a regular meeting. It's a hybrid meeting. We'll be meeting in person here at the Heshy Berman Conference Room here at Borough Hall. But also you can find the link to Zoom in www.hpboro.com. And again, that's tomorrow, June 24th at 7:30. I think, I don't know if anybody has mentioned the Safe Routes to School ordinance that we're doing a second reading for, but I think Phil, Councilman George, who chairs SWAC, will probably report out more. I just wanted to acknowledge it as somebody who, when I was liaison to SWAC, that this is an incredibly important grant. It's taken a very long time to implement because of the nature of its state status, and we're just really excited to move forward with this project, which is going to have a remarkable improvement on one's ability to walk around town, whether it's crosswalks, making sure that crosswalks are ADA compliant, making sure that sight lines are improved, making sure that the tread to address any slippage are in place. So it's an ever improving work in progress. Highland Park really does live up, or tries to live up every day to its ideal as being a safe, walkable community. And there's always more work to do, 100%. And I do want to thank the residents who reach out regularly to flag areas that could be of concern. I wanted to acknowledge some of the flag raisings that we've had the last this month. It's been a busy month. Thank you so much, Mayor Foster, for prioritizing our flag raisings once again. It's really been a great opportunity for community to come together. Our recent flag raisings for Juneteenth, Caribbean Heritage Month, and today's Pride Month flag raisings serve as visible affirmations of the borough's commitment to recognizing diverse communities that help shape its identity. These ceremonies, I love these flag raisings, and it's not just because they're ceremonial. And it's not because they're powerful symbolic gestures. It's because they create opportunities for residents to learn about history, struggles, achievements, and cultural contributions of groups whose stories have not always been fully represented in public life. By bringing together neighbors in a shared civic space, these events foster understanding, dialogue, and a stronger sense of belonging. The flag raisings reflect Highland Park's tradition of inclusion and civic engagement. And at a time when communities across the country are grappling with questions of identity and belonging, publicly in celebrating the borough's diversity sends a powerful message that Highland Park welcomes people of different backgrounds, cultures, faiths, races, and identities. And it's also important to share these moments in community, which is probably the most important thing that we can do as a country right now, is spend time with one another. Because right now, we are in times of severe political polarization, social division, economic uncertainty, or rising tensions around issues of identity. The community becomes one of the most important sources of resilience. And it's funny because, I know the Highland Park, I think we all know the Highland Park that we experience when we are in the community, when we are with community, when we're celebrating in community. And then there's the Highland Park, or there's the kind of generic community, the Highland Park community that exists online, and they're often very different places. I think that's something that we can all readily acknowledge. Now that yesterday was the first day of summer, we have a lot of public events coming up, and I really just look forward to sharing space with our community so we can continue to remove those barriers. When people come together across differences, they're reminded that the neighbors are more than political labels or headlines. Community events, cultural celebrations, and public observances create opportunities for people to listen to one another, build relationships, and find common ground. I did just want to kind of tie into, I was watching C-SPAN the other night because I'm a geek, and I was watching Q&A with Sarah Iskor, and if anybody hasn't heard of her, she's the editor of SCOTUS blog, and has written a couple of really interesting books. So if anyone is interested in kind of the third branch, we spend a lot of time in two branches of government. We spend a lot of time in the legislative branch, we spend time working with the administrative branch, but then there's the judicial branch. And so this was, and a lot of what she was saying really resonated with me and had me kind of meditating on Highland Park in that context. Iskor, one of the recurring themes in her commentary is the importance of institutions, civic norms, and maintaining relationships across political disagreements. While she approaches these questions from a center perspective, there's a lot to resonate there. So I think it's important that we hear arguments from folks who may have different points of view. She often argues that a healthy democracy depends on being able to disagree strongly on policy while still recognizing one another as citizens and neighbors. And applied to our little corner of the world, that idea suggests that community events and civic rituals have value because they create spaces where people can interact as neighbors. A Juneteenth celebration, a pride flag raising, a Caribbean heritage event, Memorial Day ceremony, or planting trees, and nothing brings a community together more than planting trees, let me tell you. I can attract residents with very different backgrounds and worldviews, yet participating in the same civic life and the same civic construct, this reinforces a shared identity as members of the same community. In Sarah Iskor's framework, just to go back to my C-SPAN watching, those kinds of institutions and traditions can help prevent national political divisions from completely overwhelming local relationships. And I say that because it really hurts my heart when I see political division happening in our community where it's just where you start with intolerance, where you just start with intolerance. You need to listen to people, you need to engage people, you need to sit down and consider what people are saying, and then make your own determination. And hopefully you're making your own determination based on rational thought. And hopefully that rational thought, because a rational world is going to bring people together and kind of remove some of these differences. The strongest justification for Highland Park, for these flag raisings and for all these things that we do is not simply because they celebrate this group or that group. It's because they communicate to a broader civic principle that residents of different races, ethnicities, religions, and backgrounds all belong in the borough and deserve equal participation in public life and can live here and be safe and live in dignity. Even people who disagree on politics may find common ground in the idea that a town functions best when every resident feels invested in the community's success. And I say that in the context of, there was Councilman Pastelnik and I, we're on the ballot recently. And I say that because, it's more than just necessarily an agenda that we come, that we approach this work. We truly do approach this work through the lens of inclusivity. I said that when I first got appointed. I got appointed to this seat that was held by Councilman John Erickson, and I actually meditated by his bench. There's an honorary bench for him down between Adelaide and First and Cedar, because it's important that we understand this work, the civic life work, as experimental, as something where we try new things. But it's something as a project where we are coming at this work with good faith, good intentions, open hearts, open minds, and kindness. And I really hope that anybody listening can take away from that is that that's really the lens through which we have to function moving forward. There's a lot at stake in this world today. There's so much. I spend the day in Trenton. I know that there's no money for anything, for affordable housing, for climate. However, the state did pass out of committee the Climate Superfund bill, which the borough endorsed by resolution, so that's good. But the most important thing we can do in absence of everything else is understand our commonalities, participate in common civic events together, because that really will remove those barriers that vex us often every single day. So that's my report, Mayor. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, Councilmember George.
And thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the summer, our celebration of Pride Month and the longest days of the year under the solstice. I'm Phil George, and I serve as liaison between the Borough Council and our public safety agencies. The Highland Park Police Academy is holding its annual Youth Academy between July 6th, starting July 6th of this coming month. This academy offers kids entering the 5th through the 9th grades the opportunity to learn about law enforcement in an academic setting. It's actually very rigorous, and the participants learn by actually participating as well as listening to the officers tell them what they do on a day-to-day basis. They learn dispatch, they learn fingerprinting, they learn CAD entry, they learn the new methods of electronic investigation. It's very rigorous, but very insightful. And the enrollment has been growing to our capacity every year. In the past, I've had guest speakers from the FBI, the DEA, the state police, the county prosecutor's office, and other local, state, and county officials. As always, it's a free academy, but space is limited. If you have an interest in having your children participate, applications can be downloaded on the borough website or picked up at the police station and on the police Facebook page. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Community Police Officer Brian Fitzgerald at his email, bfitzgerald@hpborough.com. That's BFITZGERALD@hpborough.com. And the phone number there is 732-572-3800, extension 4273. That's 732-572-3800, extension 4273. At the library is a very interesting project taking place that's tying in to a lot of the community-oriented activities. The National Conference on Citizenship selected the Highland Park Library to participate in its American Conversation project this summer. This project gathers small groups of 4 to 6 people to discuss a handful of questions about community pride, resident struggles, and the divides we encounter in everyday life, as Councilman Hirsch was speaking about. Library Board, Nancy Cranick, and the director actually will facilitate these conversations during the summer, and we'll share more information about the discussions through the June Library Board packet and also on their website. The initiative ties in perfectly with strategic engagement and planning efforts that the library has been discussing. In fact, at the June meeting last night, they kept the business meeting so short that they actually devoted time to actually conducting one of the discussions under the program guidance. Also at the library, as Councilmember Vargas mentioned, please join the fire department at the library for the presentation of the history and work of our fire department. We actually found some pictures of old number 1, our antique fire engine, which we still have. I try to get them to let me drive it once in a while, and they won't let me. And it was part of our parades in years past. And with regard to the fire department, we have a resolution on tonight for the FEMA grant for assistance for firefighters grants. This really helps. Many people may not realize when the fire department goes out to answer a fire that involves any kind of smoke, however small, the turnout gear that they wear, the heavy jackets, clothing, the hats, the masks, the air equipment, has to be cleaned by state law every time there's a turnout. So that these assistance for grants really help to offset some of those. With regard to SWAC, we had our meeting last night, another meeting for Monday night, and they expressed their support for the Safe Routes to School grant. It's significant. It really will help us in our engineering, planning, and construction for a walkable Highland Park. The bicycle event that was recently conducted for townwide bicycling had over 40 people turn out, everyone from small kids on push bikes to adults who ride 60, 70 miles on the weekends. It was very successful. Finally, with SWAC, we're going to be having another bicycle rodeo in October in cooperation with Keep Middle Sense Moving, and there'll be details going on that as the plans become more centralized. Thank you, Mayor. That's my report.
Thank you. Councilmember Jason Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jason Stelnick. I chair the Health and Human Services Committee. I have a very brief report for tonight. It's probably going to be a little bit briefer because I was going to focus on the flag raisings, which Matt covered very thoroughly and eloquently. So I appreciate that because I think everything that you said was absolutely correct, and you stated it better than I would. So thank you. Makes my job a little easier. But first, I just really want to thank the mayor, our borough staff from various departments, Public Works, the library and communications, as well as the Human Relations Commission and all the volunteers and speakers for pitching in to make sure that we had another great series of these flag raisings this June. We concluded today with a pride flag raising, which is always an awesome time. Special shout out to Lena from the Highland Park Library and Miguel from the Pride Center for all their work to make this happen. Last week we had the Juneteenth flag raising, another great event. A special shout out there to Bruce Morgan from the local NAACP chapter and the Highland Park Historical Commission, who put together a very informative and eye-opening presentation about slavery that existed right here in our own community. And thanks again to Pauline and the Human Relations Commission crew for kicking things off with another wonderful Caribbean Heritage Month flag raising. Lastly, I just wanted to mention that tomorrow night, the Commission of Universal Access is meeting tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. The meeting will be in person at the Fishbowl Conference Room right here at Borough Hall and also over Google Meet. And the Human Relations Commission is also meeting tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. in a lower level conference room here at Borough Hall. The link to access the Google Meets for these meetings can be found at hpboro.com. And I will note that these are their last meetings before they take a summer break. They will resume up in the fall. But I would invite any folks who are interested in joining and becoming a member and contributing towards events like this in town, programming in town, and other important objectives here, to please consider submitting a volunteer application and joining up. And that was my report for tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Borough Administrator report.
Mayor, I just wanted to mention one item on the agenda that hasn't come up, so thank you. The ordinance number 262132, amending chapters 135 and 303 of the Borough Code to adjust fees. I know that's kind of a nebulous sounding title, so I just wanted to put a little flavor on it. Essentially, we're looking to update our fees related to construction permits, housing inspections, and lead-based paint inspections. Many of those fees haven't been addressed in over 10 years. So between some adjustments to the fees as well as inclusion of some new items that the state DCA advised us to insert, we made some amendments to those sections of our code. And that's what's before you this evening. So I just wanted to put that out there. Thank you.
Thank you. Council President report.
Good evening, my name is Stephanie Kim Chohan and I chair finance. I also want to begin my report by wishing everyone a happy belated Juneteenth, a happy belated Father's Day, and also recognizing Pride Month as well. Both are reminders of the importance of freedom, visibility, dignity, and just making sure every resident feels respected and safe in our community. I also want to congratulate the leaders of the Mayor's Teen Advisory Council. They were great over the winter. They invited me to come and attend one of their meetings as well. They're awesome. I hope the next incoming students continue to work with the food pantry. And also want to recognize Spencer Rockman for his many years of service and impact through youth soccer and community leadership. These are the kind of contributions that make Highland Park so special here. And since we're talking about soccer and with the FIFA World Cup bringing so much excitement to New Jersey and the region, I also want to give a quick shout out to South Korea, who is playing tomorrow night. Last week I lost money when they played Mexico, so hopefully tomorrow night they're not. And it's exciting to see that representation on the world stage. And I know many residents are enjoying the energy that the World Cup is bringing to our areas. So let's go South Korea. And from a finance standpoint, the water sewer bills are due Tuesday, June 30th. So make sure you get over to our tax department, or you can also drop off your payment in the drop box outside if it's after hours. On the consent agenda, as many of the council members have mentioned, some grant related items. I always like to highlight those items as well as the council liaison. So we have a $7,000 distracted driving crackdown grant. Also for DPW, not to exceed $430,000 for our new side loader garbage truck. And then as Councilman George mentioned, for the FEMA assistance for the firefighters grant. And finally, my quick summer financial tip for residents. So as we head into higher cost summer months, take a few minutes to plan ahead for summer camp costs, AC and utility bills, which we know are gonna creep up there, and then travel spending, even setting aside a small weekly amount now or setting a spending cap before a trip can help. And that's my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Our attorney report.
Nothing from me, Mayor.
Thank you. And I should say all protocols observed, with all the congratulations about all the various events that we've had, and the flag raisins, they all were spectacular. And as I said, all protocols was observed. So everything that everybody said about those things, awesome, totally are good. I have a little bit of sad news. One of our long-term residents, Carol Ann Abelsgard, a beloved Highland Park resident and a dedicated community volunteer. Carol passed away peacefully at her home in Minnesota on January 2026. After returning to the Northwood, where she spent her final years. Carol lived a life of service, learning, and generosity. She was a professor emeritus of mathematics at Middlesex County College in Edison, where her contributions to mathematics earned her recognition in the Mathematical Association of America. Here in Highland Park, however, many of us know Carol through her deep commitment of community and her love for the natural world. She was an active member of the Shade Tree Advisory Committee. She worked tirelessly to plant and promote environmental stewardship for future generations. Many residents will remember seeing Carol walking through the Raritan River with her beloved miniature Pinchu, first Dara, and then later Stella. She enjoyed the beauty of the community, which she cared so deeply for. Carol also enriched her life through music. An accomplished musician, she played the clarinet with the local bands and orchestra throughout our area. Neighborhoods often speak of hearing Carol playing her music during their walks here in town, that she would bring warmth and beauty to our neighborhood. Carol's talented kindness and dedication touched many lives. She leaves behind her beloved daughter, Sarah, along with many cherished memories and family and friends in Northome, Minnesota, and obviously here in Highland Park. A public dedication of Carol's life will be held later this summer. Details will be available through the Cease Funeral Home website. On behalf of the Borough of Highland Park, we extend our deepest condolences to Carol, family, and loved ones. We regret her passing and we honor her for her contribution to our community. She will be remembered for her service, her generosity, her true love of nature, and the joy she brought to those around her. May many of her memories will continue to bless her. Sleep well, my friend. And with that, I would like to have a brief moment of silence. Thank you. Now it's time for public participation. 3 minutes per speaker, limited to item on this agenda. Comments from members of the public attending in person will be heard first, followed by those on Zoom. Any member of the public wishing to speak, please come up and address, name your name and address, please.
Mark Ratliff, 219 South 6th Avenue. I have some concerns about the staff over here at the senior center. There was a remark made to me that you're on Section 8. You don't pay no taxes. That should never, ever come from a member of that staff over there. And another thing, if the service coordinator is out, whether due to being sick or whatever, they need to have somebody to take her place while she's out. And when she come back, they need to, whatever happened, need to trans everything to her so she know what's going on. And one other thing, the director from DPW, there was one time I was sitting over here where I live. I was sitting on the tailgate of my car. So the director of DPW was told another employee that I said something about him. I brought it to their attention. And when I brought it up again, they claimed that they never said. I should never been sent down there to speak with the director. It should have been handled. And I brought it to the borough administrator. I don't know if she did anything about it. That's all I have to say.
Terry, is there anyone on Zoom?
We have 2 attendees on Zoom, but their hands are not up there.
Okay, thank you. Seeing none, may I have a motion to close public participation?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
I would just like to say the comments that was made, we can discuss it with staff. Okay, now we move on to ordinance requiring a second reading. Clerk, please report on ordinance number 26-2130.
Capital ordinance amending capital ordinance number 17-1937 to increase the appropriation by $706,151.06 in additional funding by the Department of Transportation for the Safe Routes to School grant has been duly advertised for consideration of passage on final reading by title, and affidavits of publication are on file. The ordinance has also been posted and made available for public inspection.
May I have a motion?
So moved.
Public hearing.
Oh, sorry. Public hearing. And now it's time for public hearing on this ordinance. If you would like to speak on this ordinance, please come to the, there's no one in the audience to come to the microphone. Is there anyone on Zoom?
No hands on Zoom.
Okay, seeing none, may I have a motion to close public participation?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Okay. May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 26-2130?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
This is an important grant. The work in Safe Routes to School involves a lot of construction and roadways, a lot of approvals and engineering, and this additional money will really significantly help. And I enthusiastically vote yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Ordinance requiring first reading. Clerk, please report on the introduction of ordinance number 26-2131.
Bond ordinance providing for South Third Avenue Plaza project by and in the Borough of Highland Park in the County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, appropriating $4,500,000 thereof, inclusive of a $676,000 portion of the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs grant in the amount of $1 million, and authorizing the issuance of $4,074,000 in bonds or notes of the borough to finance the part of the cost thereof, has been duly introduced by the Finance Committee for consideration of passage on first reading by title, and the supplemental debt statement prepared by the finance officer has been filed in the clerk's office on June 23rd.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 26-2131 on introduction, authorizing publication as required by law, and set up public hearing for July 7, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Enthusiastically, yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
ordinance number 26-2132, amending chapter 135 and 303 of the Borough Code, adjusted fees. Clerk, please report an introduction of ordinance 26-2132.
Ordinance amending chapters 135 and 303 of the Borough Code to adjust fees has been duly introduced by the Economic Development and Planning Committee for consideration of passage on first reading by title.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 26-2132 on introduction, authorizing publication as required by law, and set up public meeting to be held on July 7th, 2026?
So moved.
Roll call?
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Now we move on to the consent agenda. May I ask if there's any council member that would have anything separated or pulled for a separate reading on the consent agenda?
No, Mayor.
No, Mayor.
Okay. May I have a motion to adopt the following consent agenda, 12A through 12E?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
And now it's time for the second public participation. Subject, 3 minutes per speaker, subject to conclude at 9 p.m. Is there anyone on Zoom? Any hands raised?
No hands raised, Mayor.
May I have a motion to close public participation? Seeing that there's none, may I have a motion to close public participation?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
We adjourn and see you on July 7th. Have a wonderful and safe summer. Thank you.
Happy 4th of July to everyone.
Yes.